Hello friends. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to tell you about the largest mobile military weapon, aircraft carriers. In today's world, an aircraft carrier is a symbol of strength among the world's most powerful militaries. With a full-length flight deck, it allows for the deployment of military aircraft and attack helicopters across the world without relying on static foundations. Due to the recent conflict between China and the USA, Australia, and southeastern countries Japan, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Taiwan, Vietnam and the South China Sea, and the conflict between China and India, aircraft carriers have got massive importance throughout the world's military powerhouses. Anticipating its enormous importance, former U.S. President Bill Clinton once said during a visit to the aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt,
"When word of crisis breaks out in Washington, it's no accident the first question that comes to everyone's lips is, where is the nearest carrier?"
But before I tell you more about these amazing ships, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon, so that you get the notification whenever a new video is uploaded into our channel. Let us find out some of the coolest facts about aircraft carriers. Number 1. Japanese carrier, the Hoshio, which entered service in March 1922, was the first carrier designed as an aircraft carrier. USS Langley, the U.S. Navy's first aircraft carrier, was also entered service in the same year of December 1922. Number 2. During World War II, the Japanese Navy had built submersible aircraft carriers. These carriers were able to carry 3 aircraft underwater to their destinations, resurface, launch their planes, and quickly dive again before they were discovered. Although later the Japanese military found out it was not effective enough and they had decommissioned them. Number 3. Once an aircraft carrier, USS Lexington CV-2, helped power the city of Tacoma, for a month in 1929. Number 4. Carriers were first used in combat during the early stages of World War II. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor by carrier-based planes on December 7, 1941, is the most fierce attack conducted using aircraft carriers till now. Nearly 20 American naval vessels, including 8 battleships, and over 300 airplanes were destroyed by this attack, along with more than 2,400 Americans who had lost their lives and more than 1,000 were injured. Number 5. The largest aircraft carrier built in World War II by the Japanese was sunk on its maiden voyage within 10 days by a U.S. submarine torpedo attack. Number 6. During World War II, the U.S. Navy had 2 freshwater aircraft carriers on the Great Lakes to train its pilots. It called the USS Sable IX-81. Number 7. While filming the famous Hollywood movie Top Gun, director Tony Scott paid $25,000 to turn the aircraft carrier for a 5-minute shot, so that he could have the sun as backlighting. Number 8. Brazil once tried to sell an aircraft carrier on eBay. Number 9. French named one of their aircraft carriers after Ferdinand Foch, who interestingly said, "Airplanes are interesting toys but of no military value." Number 10. China's first aircraft carrier was a decommissioned Ukrainian aircraft carrier that was sold to Chinese businessmen to be a floating casino in 1998, it's called Leaning. Number 11. Do you think aircraft carriers are only used for smaller aircraft? Think again. The massive 4-engine turboprop military transport aircraft, the Lockheed C-130 Hercules, one of the largest military transport aircraft, with a length of 98 feet, a height of 38 feet, and wingspan of 132 feet, can land and take off on an aircraft carrier. Number 12. American aircraft carriers can desalinate 400,000 gallons of water per day. Number 13. The term supercarrier refers to large aircraft carriers, typically those with a displacement of over 70,000 tons. Each supercarrier comes with a hefty price tag of approximately $4.5 billion. Currently only U.S. possesses supercarrier and they have 10 of them. Number 14. U.S. Navy's 10 nuclear-powered supercarriers are believed to be capable of carrying up to 90 aircraft at once. That's pretty impressive. Number 15. One supercarrier consists of a larger air force than 70% countries of the world. Number 16. France is the only nation other than the U.S. who possesses supercarriers. Number 17. The USS Gerald R. Ford is the U.S. Navy's newest and largest aircraft carrier of the world, which costs around $18 billion, makes it the costliest ship ever built. It is 134 feet tall and its flight deck is 256 feet wide and 1,092 feet long. It is 3.5 times longer in size than a typical football ground. Number 18. It costs $7 million per day to operate the newest class of U.S. aircraft carriers, the Gerald R. Ford class. Number 19. U.S. Navy's newest aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford class is not only the largest, it is also the most environmentally friendly carriers. All the waste generated on this aircraft carrier will be vaporized by plasma. Number 20. U.S. Navy has more than 2,000 aircraft, which makes them world's fourth largest air force after China and before India. Number 21. Principita Asturias was designed and constructed by Spanish shipbuilder Bazin, Chacrin Ruibet. It was commissioned in 1997. The ship is the smallest functioning aircraft carrier in the world and also the only aircraft carrier possessed by Thailand. Number 22. Currently, till August 2020 there are only 23 aircraft carriers in service possessed by 8 countries of the world, and 11 of them belong to the U.S. Number 23. The first nuclear-powered carrier was built by the U.S. Army during 1960s, which had given them added advantage, because it had no need for the fuel bunkers, smokestacks, and ducts for the elimination of exhaust gases that had occupied space in previous carriers. Number 24. A nuclear-powered aircraft carrier can operate for 20 years without refueling. There is only one nation in the world except for the U.S. which has ever built a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, that is France. Number 25. Every U.S. aircraft carriers are designed to last for 50 years. But Ford-class carriers are created with room for future development and can last up to 75 years.
Hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend.